that is nothing. Which is what I, as a speaker at today's conference, have for you all today. I have nothing. Nada. Zip. Zilch. Zippo. Nothing smart. Nothing inspirational. Nothing even remotely researched at all. I have absolutely nothing to say whatsoever. And yet, through my manner of speaking, I will make it seem like I do. And maybe, just maybe, you will feel like you learned something. So here's the secret. I decided to participate in the Holly Pentathlon again, and with my recent recovery from pneumonia, casting as Velma Kelly in my school's production of Chicago and college apps, the death of me, I have clearly sacrificed my mother's sanity in order to make this the most memorable senior year. Oh, that and sleep, in case you couldn't tell. Additionally, I know just how much you all have been looking forward to yet another round of deck. Woo! Well, for the next 10 minutes, forget the regular heavy topics like mental health and global warming. Instead, tune into a speech that may seem trivial, despite its 15 million views, but actually, it reveals the very secret to mastering persuasion. Let me show you How to Sound Smart in Your TEDx Talk by Will Stephen. Okay, so I'm going to start with the opening. I'm going to make a lot of hand gestures. I'm going to do this with my right hand, and I'm going to do this with my left. And then I'm going to adjust my glasses. And now I'm going to ask you all a question by show of hands. How many of you guys have been asked a question before? Have you been asked a question before? Okay, all right, I'm seeing some hands, and again, I have nothing. And now I'm going to react to that and act like I'm telling you all a personal anecdote. Something to break the tension, something to endear myself a little bit, something kind of embarrassing, and you're gonna react with an aw sound. Ready? Aw, it's true! It really happened! And now I'm going to bring it to a broader point. I'm going to really beckon. I'm going to make it intellectual. I'm going to bring it to this man right here. What this man did was important, I'm sure, but I, for one, have no idea who he is. I simply Google image the word scientist. Now, I'm trying to make it seem like I'm making points, building to an argument, inspiring you to change your life, when this is me just buying more time. And now, if you don't believe me, let's take a look at some numbers. This is a real thing that's happening right now. So, the number of talks that I'm giving is 1. Interesting facts imparted thus far in said talk, well, that's going to be a 0. 357 is a 3-digit number. My height in inches is 70.5. Note the 0.5 there. 2 times 6 equals 12. And then, interestingly enough, 6 times 2 also equals 12. That's math. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then, almost immediately following that, we get 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now to add more filler here, I'm going to give you a couple more numbers to consider. 17, 5,632, 43.7 billion, 4, 24, staggering! These are real numbers, all of them. And now, to follow that up, let's take a look at some graphs. If you look at this bar graph, you'll see that the majority far exceeds the minority. Everybody see that? Cool, isn't it? Okay, and now let's take a look at this pie chart because it shows similarly irrelevant data. Well, you see, I'm trying to make it seem like I did my homework. If you were, say, watching this on YouTube with the sound off, you might think, okay, this guy knows what he's talking about. But I don't. I'm floundering, panicking. I've got nothing. I'm a total and utter phony. But you know what? I was offered a TED Talk and damn it, I'm going to see it through. Now, if you take a look behind me, you'll see words paired with vaguely thought-provoking stock photos. I'm going to point at them to make it seem like I'm making use of both my time as well as yours, when in reality, I don't know what half of them mean. And now, as these continue, I'm going to start speaking gibberish. Wagga wah, gabba gabba, turkey, mouth and a mouth. Chip, trip, my dog Skip. Rip it and dip it, Richard. I'm an itty-bitty baby bopper and I'm hungry in my tum-tum. Brad Pitt, Uma Thurman. Names, things, words and more things. And see, it feels like it might just make sense, doesn't it? Like, maybe, just maybe, I'm building to some sort of satisfying conclusion. I mean, I'm gesticulating as though I am. I'm pacing. I'm growing in intensity. I'm adjusting my glasses, which, by the way, are just frames. I wore them to look smart, even though my vision is perfect. And now, I'm going to slow things down a little bit. I'm going to change the tone. I'm going to make it seem like I am building to a moment. And what if I was? Amazing, isn't it? What can we do? Life is a roller coaster. You know, if there's one thing I'd like you all to take away from this talk, I'd like you to think about what you heard at the beginning. And I'd like you to think about what you hear now. Because it was nothing, and it's still nothing. Think about that. Or don't. That's fine. And now, I'm going to stop talking. Thank you.